Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special Friday edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Holmes is brought in by Jamison Crowder. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. Back to throw. Holmes. That's to the veteran tight end Carter Landry. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get
touchdown Jets. Elijah Moore, a 24-yard touchdown, and the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Dalvin Tomlinson able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that foot. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, Offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination.
Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium.
Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Mostert dodges him at the 50. Once more the juke. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Holmes. That's pulled in, the veteran Carter Landry. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Holmes. That is caught at the 7. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Holmes. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach...
Able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's the ex-Florida Gator, La'Mical Perine.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On first down, Holmes to the end zone, but it's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The drive starts with a handoff to Perine. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Here's the tight end. This is Landry. Touchdown! Carter Landry, 45 yards. And the Jets have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run right side with Mostert. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And that is incomplete. First and 10, Holmes. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Holmes.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things because most of your
on first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
To throw on second down. Holmes looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that little partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Elijah Moore
there to make the grab. And the Jets have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the...
All right, it's time to welcome a special guest to our show. He's a longtime sports broadcaster at the top of his game. It's none other than Kevin Connors. Kevin, how are you, my man?
Rich, what an honor, man. I'm doing great. I've been a listener for some time now. You are one of my favorite anchors of all times.
Tonight,
they'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. Pushes him aside at the 10. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Mostert. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. P-Run, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Throwing on 1st down. Holmes. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This is Hines. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now a dump off here complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go to Perine, trying to pound it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On 1st down, Holmes.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald able to drop him that time for... On 1st down, it's Hines. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 3.
They'll try the left side. Hines. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looking to throw. Holmes.
Got his man. It's the veteran Landry.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holmes to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Hines. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. On 1st and 10, Holmes.
On the slant, he's got Davis.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Throwing to start the drive. Holmes. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
I can hear the film session right now. I can hear the coach saying to his team, guys, how does a guy that big get that open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Imagine him as a kid, just trying to play hide and seek.
No chance.
No chance. He goes to hide behind the skinny tree. You see the front, the back, the top. Good luck.
Yeah, you see him. You don't see the tree.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plan's for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Runs through the contact. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
What was that, Russ?
Of course, they have the option, and they choose an abbreviated half. Now it's Hines. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Holmes. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Throwing on 1st down. Holmes. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. Holmes. He's got his veteran tight end Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, It's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play at any spot on the field.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Looking to throw. Holmes. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Second down and inches. Eluding the pressure right.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Back to throw. Holmes. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one.
Welcome to OT with KC, Kevin Connors.
Okay, people, let's make it official. It is time to kick off the first episode of OT with KC. I'm Kevin Connors. I could not be more excited for the debut of our podcast. It is so great to have you with us as we record the show live each week so we can debate your hot takes, share your questions with our guests, and hey, who knows? I mean, you might even win some bragging rights by answering one of our trivia questions. But if you can't make it during the show, that's all right. You can still interact with us on social to share your ideas for segments or post the kind of hilarious comment that, just has to be repeated on air. And then, of course, you can give us a listen at your own convenience. So you know the drill. Click that subscribe button and you're guaranteed to get the kind of NFL content you simply will not find anywhere else. It's simple as that. That's our mission statement. And now it's time for our very
YBN want a thing up.
Tonight, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the New York Jets.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the New York Jets. First down. Holmes on the catch. It's Crowder. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
On 1st and 10, Holmes. He finds Corey Davis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again.
Holmes. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught left side by Landry. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Pushes him over.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Looking to throw. Holmes. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just...
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw on 2nd down. Holmes. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Holmes. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holmes. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Holmes. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Hines. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Holmes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try to run with Hines. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Nyheim Hines. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Throwing on 1st down. Holmes. Man open. Here is Crowder. And
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw on second down, Holmes.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked by B.W. Webb. And this return is going to be halted right around. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. This one caught by Crowder. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first. Throwing to start the drive. Holmes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st down, Holmes. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Harold Landry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to look deep for more. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there just before halftime. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball. On 1st and 10, Holmes. He's going to look deep now for Landry. They've got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Holmes. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Jets have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Gets around him. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Holmes. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because
on first down, Hines. Tackled by Christian Fulton.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 38. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but
yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
back to throw. Holmes. And it's caught. Touchdown. Corey Davis. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Room here to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They run with Hines. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. The tackle was by the Boston College product Harold Landry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Holmes. And that's caught by Landry. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
First down, Hines. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 20-yard line. The Jets on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They run again with Hines. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw on second down. Holmes. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And this Jet offense starting to run away. They'll run on first down. Hines had a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll go down at the 28.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just... Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no...
I couldn't be any more excited about who's joining us here today. She's one of the most popular and prominent voices on discussions related to sports and pop culture. And of course, when you're not listening to my podcast, you're probably listening to hers, appropriately titled The Nia Polanco Show. Nia, it is great to have you on the podcast.
Well, thank you for having me on, Kevin. You know, it's a nice change of pace to be in the guest seat instead of the host seat.
Yeah, you know, a little change of role. But now, look, you've been at it for, what is it, a little over a year now, hosting your show, am I right?
Yeah, it's been about 15 months now. We debuted last spring.
Okay, so you're a savvy old veteran now. And I know in these 15 months, you've managed to cross paths with just about every big name in sports and entertainment. But there's one athlete in particular, Nia, I have to ask you about. You were there on draft night. You watched him get chosen by the Jets with their top pick. I think you know where I'm going here.
Yeah, you know, I think I've had more people ask me about him than maybe.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
On first down, it's Hines. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Holmes. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football,
feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front.
Touchdown, Jets! It's complete. Carter Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't.
They'll run on first down. Hines. Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On first down, it's Hines, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Carter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Holmes to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid. Throwing on 1st down. Holmes completes it to Davis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Holmes over the middle. That's the tight end Landry. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. On 1st down, Holmes. Again, he's got that man Landry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, it's Hines. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. On 1st down.
For your information.
There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 1st downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. On 1st and 10, Holmes. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. Now a give right side. Hines. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On the delay, here's Hines. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
Operating from the gun, Holmes escaping, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, and the Jets have taken the lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. To throw on 2nd down, Holmes uncorks one for Davis. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Holmes. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Touchdown! Carter Landry in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit...
Second half starts with a run by Carter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st down, Hines flashed the stick skills but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones. On second down, it's Hines. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Holmes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you... Throwing on 1st down. Holmes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Draw play. This is Hines. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Dancing away at the 35. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Holmes. He finds his man complete. It's Moore. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off,
They'll start on the ground. Carter. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
On 3rd and 2, Holmes. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they will take over at the 29. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Buying time to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting it with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A handoff for Carter. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Holmes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This is Hines. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way.
Coming up on next week's slate of NFL games, we've got the AFC East matchup between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. So we figured, hey, why not do a little did you know about the shared history of these two franchises? In fact, these teams have been part of the same division since their inception, all the way back in 1960. And as you might expect, they didn't even have the same names back then. They were known as the Boston Patriots and the New York Titans. Actually, they weren't even part of the NFL at that point. They were both charter members of the AFL. Of course, by the time New York won its first and only Super Bowl, they'd been renamed the Jets, and behind Broadway Joe's famous guarantee, hoisted the Lombardi Trophy in 1969. As for the Patriots, they didn't win a single...
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots.
They begin the drive with Hines. Fights him off. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 35. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Back to throw. Holmes. Flush to his right. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Holmes. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
On 1st down, Hines. Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see him.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Nyheim Hines. On 1st down, Holmes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Holmes. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He finds his man complete. It's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. On first down, Hines. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
To throw on second down, Holmes. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. Going to give this time to the tailback. Muscles him off. And they'll get this down to the 10. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run. It's Carter. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, right back to Hines. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He finds his man complete. It's Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Holmes. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nyheim Hines with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offense.
On first down, Hines. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Holmes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football.
Now Carter to start the drive.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Carson Wentz, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Derek Carr leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Teddy Bridgewater, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Throwing on first down, Holmes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Holmes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davis. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms. Well, we could talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
To throw on third down, Holmes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down. 2. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And Davis has it over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On third down, Holmes. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
BUR Live. Nice.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Holmes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On third down, Hines fights off the defender. Still going. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Back to throw. Holmes. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's brought down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Hines will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the...
On first down, Holmes. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. 8 yards to go on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Looking to throw. Holmes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. On first and 10, Holmes escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
On first down, Hines. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 174 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Hines. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Back to throw. Holmes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Looking to throw on second down. Holmes. He's got it. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. Looking to throw. Holmes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines. Broken tackle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Caught right side, Davis. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
I was talking with my crew before the show. By the way, best production team in the biz, or at least that's what they tell me to say. Anyway, I think it's worth discussing on air for this podcast